Some of the things that have helped me over the years, one of the primary things I tell people is discipline. You have to put yourself in a position where you have continuing habits. And that actually is part of discipline. So a continuing habit might be, I'm gonna work out every day. A continuing habit, and that is a great thing for anybody, especially an entrepreneur, because it's very easy to put yourself in a position where you're working 16-hour days. So from a discipline standpoint, you have to put yourself in a position where you're waking up in the morning, you have a routine in the morning, and whatever that routine is. And for me, it's, I read through all of my notes and I read through all of my projects. And so every morning I decide, or it could be the afternoon before, I decide what part of that I'm gonna focus on today. And I'm always trying to get something off my list that day and move that list forward. I want to put the ball back in somebody else's court and let them start working on the projects where I'm not the only one involved. I want other people involved in the projects. So that morning, I'm deciding who I want to talk to, who I want to email, and why do I want to do this. So it really becomes a strategic plan either the night before and you wake up and start doing it, or you do it before you get started. So I think you have to have an organized plan every day. One of the best things that I do for myself is this time of the year, which is December, I always decide what's important for the year. So I typically have, for me, a true north, what I would call a true north. Every year, and kind of an overall life true north. So a true north, and the one guiding thing that I might have, one year it was financial. So, okay, I want to sell my company this year. So I spent the entire, and what I did is I put together a what, a how, and a why. So when you put together a what you want to do, I want to sell my company for X millions of dollars, and I want to do it by the end of this year. That's your what. And then your why really sets up and says, why do I want to do it? And it was, I want to set up a why for a financial future. So my why is, I want to set myself up for a financial future where I don't have to work anymore if I don't want to. And my how is the list of things, as Tony Robbins calls it, a massive action plan. But basically it is a plan to accomplish the what. And every day I had all of this written out. And so every day I read this plan. Every day that year that I went to work, I read that and I worked on that massive action plan to accomplish that one goal for the year. So from a habit standpoint, you look at it and say, what do I want to accomplish now? What do I want to accomplish in the future? And how am I going to get there? So those are hugely important things in terms of habits. So one of the next habits that I have been doing for a long time is I read self-help books. I'm reading 3, as a matter of fact, right now. So look at it and say, what are some of the best self-help books that you can find? Atomic Habits, spectacular book. And it tells you how to change your habits and how to move forward with habits. And, learn from other people. Read, learn, get a mentor, and those kinds of things will help you form habits. I don't think you can do this without discipline, and I don't think you can become an entrepreneur and go through life without some kind of good habit forming techniques.